Well, in anticipation for this coming Sunday morning, we're excited about being back together again. We wanted to make a brief video just to show you what our plans are, what you can expect when you walk in the door on Sunday morning. We know that not all of you will be able to be with us, and we support that and certainly understand that. We look forward to having all of us back together very soon. But even if you are not able to be here on Sunday, we hope this will be helpful information for you as you anticipate what things may look like when you come in the weeks to come. So for everyone's benefit, we hope this is helpful. Of course, as we come back this Sunday, everything is going to be a little different. Things are going to be abnormal in some aspects, but we know that the excitement of being together, the opportunity to see one another again in this place, and also the opportunity, most importantly, to worship God, those things will enable us to hopefully look past some of the little challenges that may be involved with this. But to eliminate those or to limit those as much as possible, we wanted to show you a few things that you can expect. Doors will open 15 minutes prior to the start of each service on Sunday morning. When you come in the door, there will be stations at each location where you will have the opportunity to get a mask if you need one. There will also be hand sanitizer available for you there as well as throughout the building and other places. The masks will be in these baskets. We will have folks here to help you though, and will hand you a mask if you need one. That way we're just able to minimize the number of hands that go in the basket there. So we'll have those folks there to greet you and to help you with a mask if you need that as well. We have turned our water fountains off just to help us be as sanitary as possible. So I wanted you to be aware of that. If you need to bring in some water or whatever, we'd encourage you to think ahead on that. All the restrooms on the main floor will be available and open for use. Even the ones over by the kitchen side, so no concerns there. One thing we would ask you to remember in terms of what is open and what is not open throughout the building. Upstairs, we'd ask that you please not go upstairs for a couple of reasons. As long as no one goes up there, that helps us to not have to clean quite as much, for our cleaning crew to not be quite so busy between services and after services. But also, we are in the process of starting the remodel of our upstairs restrooms and the stairwells that go upstairs. As we announced back at the annual meeting in January, that process and project is underway. So it'll be helpful for all of them if we stay away while they work on that project upstairs as well. We want to accommodate as many different situations as possible on Sunday for our services, and wanted to remind the young families that even though there is not a nursery available at this time, we want to reserve some portions of the fellowship hall for you. And so if you are a family with nursery-age children, around the periphery of the fellowship hall, there will be several round tables set up, signs on those saying that they are reserved for you. And this will be a place where you can go and you don't have to worry about your smaller children in the main auditorium service. You can take care of them here. You can spread out a little bit by use of the tables. You may want to consider bringing a pack and play as well, if that would be helpful. But there will be a total of 8 tables around the outside of this room. You can still watch the live stream on the screen as you are in here. It's not a required thing. You are welcome to attempt to sit in the main service if you would like. We would welcome everyone in there with us. But if it is something that you feel like would be best as a nursery age, with your nursery age children, come on into the fellowship hall and make yourself comfortable in here. In addition to that, some of you sit here in the fellowship hall for health reasons on a regular basis due to different reasons. And while we don't have a lot of space to accommodate many of you in that respect, we do encourage as many of you as possible to join us in the main auditorium. But if there is a significant reason that you need to be in here, even if you don't have nursery-age children, we do have these seats available for you as well in the center section between the pillars here. And you can watch the live stream in here comfortably also. Just want to remind everyone while you're in here, let's do our best to practice social distancing and so forth. But this space is available for those of you that would need to take advantage of. When you come into the auditorium on Sunday morning, this is going to be a great opportunity to see a bunch of people that we haven't seen in a long time. So the temptation is going to be to mingle in the aisles and so forth, but we need you as quickly as possible to find a seat. There will be ushers in the aisles serving us and helping us find our seating and so forth. They're not going to be assigning seats or anything like that, but they are here to assist, especially as it starts to fill up as we get closer to the service. So please find a seat quickly. That will help everyone out. We have closed every other pew, so when you come in, you'll see signs like this that will indicate which of the pews are closed. That's just going to help us stay at a safe distance from each other. So just observe and follow the signs on that. As you do enter a pew, if you go into one of the pews that are toward the back of the room that are a little bit longer, please move toward the center of the pew, you and your family unit. That would be helpful for those that come after you. That way no one has to crawl over anyone to get to the middle section of a pew. The best rule of thumb as you come in and are seated and try to figure out how distant you should be from those around you, your best bet is to measure 3 pew cushions away from the next family unit. The cushions are about 2 feet wide, so that's a great indicator. That'll help everyone out a lot to know what the standard should be on that. The far sections of the auditorium, the far wings on either side, we'd like to reserve those pews for some of our larger families or young families with several children that would like to spread out a little bit. You can just claim one of those pews as your own and take up the whole pew. We'll have every other pew in those sections as well cordoned off and not available. So hopefully that will help some of our larger families and younger families that could use a little extra space with the children that you will have with you. Our song service will be combined. Our congregational singing will all be in one package at the beginning of the service. As Pastor announced in the video on Wednesday evening, we are going to ask that if you do plan on singing during the congregational singing time, that you please wear a mask. That will help keep the particles from being projected into the air too much. We will only do that in one portion of the service, so you don't have to wear it for a long portion of time during the duration of the service. We'll let you know when we are done, so you can take those uncomfortable masks off if you would like. We just ask you when you do so to please put them away in a safe place. Try to remember not to leave them around so that we don't spread germs that way. And that would be a huge help to us. There will be no offering, of course, or at least no passing of the offering plates, but the boxes at the back of the rooms, the back of the room will be available for you to give your offering to God in that way. We will not be singing a closing hymn. We will just be listening to one at the end of the service, so you don't need to be concerned about needing to put your mask back on to sing a final closing hymn or anything like that. And then when the service is concluded, this is something that we are all very excited to do. We want to fellowship with each other and to be with each other. But we would ask that in order to accomplish that and to enjoy that, that you exit this room and head immediately outside to the parking lot as quickly as you can. Of course, if restroom use is needed and so forth, that is totally fine. But let's have everyone head outside as quick as we can. That way we can enjoy fellowship out there. It's going to be a beautiful day. And that will enable our cleaning crews inside the building to quickly and efficiently clean and disinfect the building and so forth, and enable us either to get ready for the next service or to be prepared to do this all over again next Sunday. And we will look forward to that as well. So we hope this has been helpful, and we are so excited to be all together again on Sunday. We'll continue to miss those who are not able to come. We certainly understand that, and we will look forward to the time when you can come and join us as well. So we will see you Sunday, and in the meantime, let's be praying for each other and anticipating that opportunity.